Let's see, we got that. Let's see here. Put one of these here. Put that right there. Here. All right, y'all, I'm trying to set this thing up, and I want to show you guys something that you probably don't know about. You have no idea. I know you get a lot of people, especially your famous people you like to follow, and they like to give you your lawn and garden, videos based on how to. That's all good. But these are professional products, and sometimes they need a professional outlook on these things. And I'm about to give you something that probably none of you guys have ever heard of, but makes a huge difference on why some of the stuff that you're doing is not working or doesn't work anymore. And we're talking about insecticides, fungicides, and herbicides. This is all about the sides. So I'd like to bring your attention to this group code. This has a group code 3, and this is insecticide. This is a herbicide, and it has a group 27. This is also an herbicide, and this is a group 14 and a group 4 or something like that. I can't hardly see it. These happen to be fungicides. This is a group 3. This is the group 11. So this is on all the products. And if it's not listed on your particular product, there's a website or some type of information on the back of the label or somewhere in the label that allows you to go and get what group code it is. This surfactant has nothing to do with this. I only used it just for an example. It has insecticide, fungicide, and herbicides written on the deal, but this has nothing to do with this. So what is this group code? Well, this group code, let's start with this fungicide, for example. And some people like to call it a FRAC code, F-R-A-C. And that stands for Fungicide Resistance Action Committee, FRAC. And basically, in a nutshell, what these codes are doing, they're trying to label each one of these products based off its mode of action on how it kills the host. Basically, you know, if it's how it kills the plant, how it kills the insects, how it kills the fungus. How does each one of these chemicals kill the fungus? Or rather, kill the host, whichever it is, be it an insect, be it grass, be it a fungus. And each one of those have their own action committee. You have an insecticide resistant action committee, fungicide resistance action committee, and an herbicide resistance action committee. That's why this group code is on all 3 of these different products. So bear with me here. The reason why we have this resistance thing is that you start using these products, and if you use it all the time, just like our bodies have an immune system, the host, everything out here has an immune system trying to get around a disease or something that's aimed trying to kill it. So grass can develop, or weed, or insect, or fungus can develop a resistance and immunity to the chemicals that we put on it to control it, to kill it. And it is a very real thing. And as a matter of fact, some of the products that they sell, there's a lot of resistance to it, and they don't work as well. And that also is indicated in the price. A lot of times people say cheap fungicide, cheap insecticide, cheap herbicides. That cheap meaning old because there has been some resistance to it, so it doesn't work as well or even at all. So the number that's listed on here is not by the age of it, like this is an old fungicide. It's not because it's old, it got number 3. What it is the mode of action. Say for instance, if you try to unalive a person, you can stab them, you can shoot them, you can drown them, you can suffocate them, and so forth. So with all of those types of ways to unalive something, you can give that a number 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 20, depending on different ways that you can unalive something. So sometimes you can unalive like say for instance, if you shot somebody with a gun and it was a shotgun, a revolver, or maybe even a machine gun. So those are 3 different ways. So you might want to be number 1 through 3, for example. And you can do this all the way up to drowning. You know, drowning someone might be number 11. So they give these numbers out like this so that when you use a product and the product has a general same mode of action, say for instance, you got shot, but it was a different type of gun. Well, if you were trying to defend yourself, make a bulletproof vest or something kind of way to stop that, you know, it would probably stop the shotgun, the machine gun, or even the little handgun. Your resistance would probably protect against all of that. But that resistance that you did probably won't do nothing against, say for instance, if drowning was number 11. Yeah, you got the protection against number 1 through 3, but you don't have no protections against drowning. So you would have to build something or do something to protect yourself against drowning. So that's what these numbers mean. So in a nutshell, the grass is protecting itself based off of what type of way, like being shot, is protecting itself from that particular action. And being shot with different types of guns is still going to build up an immunity to it. So if you were to change up your mode of action and went to drowning it, or say a group 11, it doesn't have a defense against drowning. So what they do in the lawn and garden industry, or any industry, they like to switch up these chemicals between groups so that the host don't have enough time to develop immunity to the chemical. And some of these chemicals have 2 already together, like this one here. It has 2 groups off inside of here, like a group 4 and a 14. So when you put 2 of them together like that, it makes it hard for the grass to, or the host, whatever it is, to build up an immunity, because it's confused. It doesn't know which one to try to build an immunity to. So it's hard for it to become resistant because it doesn't have the ability to do both. It can just do one, but when you throw that second one or third one in there, it messes it up. That's why with these fungicides and insecticides, all these sides, you have to mix them up. You have to change them, because if you use the same one over and over again, you get development of resistance. And if you get a resistance to, say for instance, the fungus, for example, man, it's gonna get very hard and expensive for you if you use that all the time, and your grass or the fungus in your lawn has developed a resistance to it because of your overuse. You're gonna be in trouble. This is part of the professional part that is not shown to you or told to you when you're listening to your YouTube and TikTok, wherever you're getting your information from. Wherever you're getting your information, this stuff is not. But because you follow me, I like to give everybody the real. So the real deal on these fungicides is that you have to mix them up. And that's what these group codes are listed on here, that you probably had no idea what they were and why they are there. but the pros should know. And they are alternating between different chemicals. So you have your favorite weed killer that you like to give advice about, but you got to be careful. You need to switch it up and get you a second one and make sure the mode of action is far from the one that you like. If you have a 3, don't find another 4 or another 3 or another weed killer that's the same mode of action as your favorite. You want to find something at a different end of the spectrum, so you won't become resistant to it, and so you can still have some effective control. This is all free information, y'all. I'm just throwing this out there, trying to give it a little bit more value so I can convince you to like and follow my page.